In this video, we would be studying a few lessons about life when we are under trial. Our life lessons would be taken the trial of Job, the most detailed account of the trial of the perfect humans in the Bible. In the heat of the trial, even his friend Eliphaz condemned Job. Let us look out for other lessons about life that we might learn from Job's trial in this video.
A separate video will be made on the testing of the sons and daughters of God on the threshing floor of Jesus. But let us look at a few things here. After all, we all look forward to the day when God would make us angels and immortal like them. Here are a few details about the testing of the perfect humans among us, prior to their becoming the angels of God, but known popularly as the sons and daughters of Elohim. They are also known simply as the sons and daughters of God. The two parties in the examination are Jesus, the groom with his team as the examination board of God, and the new angel who has graduated from the human race. God has pronounced that in the present batch of humans, 144,000 will become his seed and equal to his angels. This in effect means that God has certified these old members of the human race to join the League of Angels as their new members, and having the right to eat the tree of life they become immortal. The oppositions are the fallen angels and their agents or followers. For Job, this is how the trial, opposition, or marriage bans took place. The bans of marriage, commonly known simply as the bans or bands, are the public announcement in a Christian parish church, or in the town council, of an impending marriage between two specified persons. The purpose of bans is to enable anyone to raise any canonical or civil legal impediments to the marriage to prevent invalid marriages. Although in human courts, those who lay false allegations to impede legal marriages are seldom punished by the courts, this is not the case with God. All those who lay stumbling blocks and false allegations against those on a pilgrimage to God face severe punishment in the end. The fate of Lucifer and his followers is the lake of fire as seen in the book of Revelation. The full account including Job's trial is in the book of Job. Here are excerpts. Job 1:8 And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth God, and escheweth evil? 9 Then Satan answered the Lord, and said, Doth Job fear God for naught? 10 Hast not thou made an hedge about him, and about his house, and about all that he hath on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. 11 But put forth thine hand now, and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face. 12 And the Lord said unto Satan, Behold, all that he hath is in thy power, only upon himself put not forth thine hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. The testimony of Job's trials in the hands of Lucifer and his faithful supporters is well documented in the book of Job. Even Job's friend, Eliphaz the Temanite, joined Lucifer in condemning him. Job 22:1 Then Eliphaz the Temanite answered and said, 2 Can a man be profitable unto God, as he that is wise may be profitable unto himself? 3 Is it any pleasure to the Almighty, that thou art righteous? Or is it gain to him that thou makest thy ways perfect? 5. Is not thy wickedness great? And thine iniquities infinite? 6 For thou hast taken a pledge from thy brother for naught, and stripped the naked of their clothing. 7. Thou hast not given water to the weary to drink, and thou hast withholden bread from the hungry. 9 Thou hast sent widows away empty, and the arms of the fatherless have been broken. 10 Therefore snares are round about thee, and sudden fear troubled thee. Eliphaz the Temanite continued his accusations, this time with God. Continuing he said, 12. Is not God in the height of heaven? And behold the height of the stars, how high they are. 13 And thou sayest, How doth God know? Can he judge through the dark cloud? 14 Thick clouds are a covering to him, that he seeth not, and he walketh in the circuit of heaven. 21 Acquaint now thyself with him, and be at peace, thereby good shall come unto thee. 22 Receive, I pray thee, the law from his mouth, and lay up his words in thine heart. 23 If thou return to the Almighty, thou shalt be built up, thou shalt put away iniquity far from thy tabernacles. This is a typical script highlighting the interplay between good and evil, between those who live for their bellies and the godly. Therefore, these are the accusations, betrayals, and name-calling from your friends and persecutors when you are under trial. Here is Job's response to the allegations laid against him. Verses 8 to 17 are particularly important. Job 29:1 Moreover Job continued his parable, and said, Oh that I were as in months past, as in the days when God preserved me, 3 When his candle shined upon my head, and when by his light I walked through darkness, 4 As I was in the days of my youth, when the secret of God was upon my tabernacle. 5 When the Almighty was yet with me, when my children were about me, 6 When I washed my steps with butter, and the rock poured me out rivers of oil. 7 When I went out to the gate through the city, when I prepared my seat in the street. 8 The young men saw me, and hid themselves, and the aged arose, and stood up. 9 The princes refrained talking, and laid their hand on their mouth. 10 The nobles held their peace, and their tongue cleaved to the roof of their mouth. 11 When the ear heard me, then it blessed me, and when the eye saw me, it gave witness to me. 12 Because I delivered the poor that cried, and the fatherless, and him that had none to help him. 13 The blessing of him that was ready to perish came upon me, and I caused the widow's heart to sing for joy. 14 I put on righteousness, and it clothed me, my judgment was as a robe and a diadem. 15 I was eyes to the blind, and feet was I to the lame. 16 I was a father to the poor, and the cause which I knew not I searched out. 17 And I brake the jaws of the wicked, and plucked the spoil out of his teeth. 18 Then I said, I shall die in my nest, and I shall multiply my days as the sand. 19 My root was spread out by the waters, and the dew lay all night upon my branch. 20 My glory was fresh in me, and my bow was renewed in my hand. But why does God put us through all these things? And the answer is He setteth an end to darkness, and searcheth out all perfection, the stones of darkness, and the shadow of death. Job 28, verse 3. Let us now consider the scope of the duties and the curriculum of learning of the sons and daughters of God, that is the angels of God. Job 38:1 Then the Lord answered Job out of the whirlwind, and said, Who is this that darkeneth counsel by words without knowledge? 3 Gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me. 4 Where wast thou when I laid the foundations of the earth? Declare, if thou hast understanding. 5 Who hath laid the measures thereof, if thou knowest? Or who hath stretched the line upon it? 6 Whereupon are the foundations thereof fastened? Or who laid the cornerstone thereof? 7 When the morning stars sang together, and all the sons of God shouted for joy. 8 Or who shut up the sea with doors, when it brake forth, as if it had issued out of the womb. 9 When I made the cloud the garment thereof, and thick darkness a swaddling band for it. 10 And brake up for it my decreed place, and set bars and doors. 11 And said, Hitherto shalt thou come, but no further, and here shall thy proud waves be stayed?
This is how a perfect human is confirmed as an angel of God. Click the next video for the conclusion of Job's trial. This includes the secrets of the universe that God may demand of us, and the mystery of the hidden capacity of the human brain.